The long simmering Syrian civil war has been ignited by a fresh offensive by the rebel forces. The new offensive against the Syrian government led by President Bashar al-Assad is by far the largest in years. The offensive is largely carried out by the militant group Hayat Tahrir al-Shams or the HTS. The rebels by now have made dramatic territorial gains in northwestern Syria, including the seizure of Aleppo, which is Syria's second most populous city. Yesterday, the rebels took complete control of another city of Hama. The rebels aim to remove Assad from power. As the conflict flares up with no signs of immediate ceasing of hostilities, India on Friday urged its citizens to avoid all travel to Syria. The Ministry of External Affairs issued a travel advisory stating that given the situation prevailing in Syria, Indian nationals are advised to avoid all travel to Syria until further notification. MEA further asked Indians to leave the conflict-hit country by the earliest available commercial flights and also requested that they observe utmost safety precautions and restrict their movement to the minimum. The question remains, why has the Syrian conflict, which has been frozen since 2016, suddenly flared up? The war in Syria broke out in the year 2011 when an Arab Spring-inspired pro-democracy uprising called for the ending of Assad's long reign escalated quickly into a brutal civil war. Multiple rebel groups aided by foreign powers like the US and Turkey started fighting against the Syrian government and gained a considerable foothold in several parts of the country. At that time, Assad's regime was on the brink of collapse after he lost most of the country's population centers. In year 2015, Russian President Vladimir Putin decided to send troops to Syria to aid Assad's regime. The Russian intervention played a pivotal role in turning around the civil war. The war simmered down after Assad's government regained control over many cities with the help of Russia and Iran, in addition to the powerful Iranian proxy group Hezbollah in Lebanon. Now, as the global geopolitical dynamics have shifted, the rebel forces see it as an opportunity to end Assad's regime. The main backers of President Assad are occupied in their regional conflicts. Russia is currently engaged in Ukraine and also has withdrawn thousands of soldiers from Syria. Iran and its proxies are engaged in the conflict in Gaza. Many of their leaders who were in charge of building and deploying Shia militias in Syria that fought the anti-regime militants have been killed in recent years. Sensing an opportunity, the rebel forces are believed to renew their fight against Assad's government. Without direct support from Iran, Hezbollah and Russia, Syria's troops remain vulnerable.